Hello my little hearts and welcome to another video. So as you can see from the title, this is a story time video. So today's story is when my junior year. This was 2016? 2016. January 2016. We had in school, college, we have interim, which is like a month of classes before we have our like spring term classes. So I went into a class that was the Hollywood interim. So we had a class go to Hollywood for 2 weeks. And it was amazing. Like, so many things happened. It was great. But the main story I'm telling is when we went to Santa Monica Pier. I believe we went like somewhere in the middle of like the 2 weeks we were there. I don't remember for sure. So we went to Santa Monica Pier. I had broken off with like a couple of other girls to like look at the carnival games. And when I was there was like this like bottle ring toss thing where you like throw the rings and try and get it to land on a bottle. Yeah, it was that one. And like looking at all the other games, I didn't really like any of the stuffed animals that they had, although this past year they had a lot of them that I liked, but I didn't get any of those ones, sadly. But for like the giant, they have like giant stuffed animals, because obviously that game is like impossible to win. But I saw this like giant unicorn that had like 3 different colors. There was like pink, purple, and blue. And I was like, alright, it's $3. I'll try it once. So I get my bucket of rings. The other people, some of them, like 1 or 2, I think, stayed to watch. The other girls kind of like went to ride like the roller coaster, I think. And everyone else was like elsewhere. So I get my rings and I start throwing them. They're all bouncing off. And I think it was in the middle of my rings that I throw one and it lands. Like, it makes it onto the bottle. I like, oh! And I just like was looking at it like, did I just and like he looked at it and was like, oh cool, you can keep going. I'm like, what am I gonna do if I win more than one? So I keep going. I don't get anything. So he's like, alright, what do you want? I'm like, well, I want the pink unicorn. You cannot see his full size this close. Okay, can you, yep. So I chose the giant unicorn. Oh, you're gonna mess up my audio, buddy. So I get him. Technically, he was the second one I got, because the first one I got had a hole in it, so all his little beanie stuff was falling out. So I got him. All the other girls were laughing because here's me carrying this giant unicorn around with me around Santa Monica Pier. But the best part was seeing everyone else's reactions to me carrying this giant unicorn. It was priceless. My favorite, everyone was just like, what the heck? When they like saw me with it. Like, of course I had to take like a bunch of nice little pictures with him. Yes, it's a him. His name is Ralph. Don't ask why. I don't know why. That was the first thing that popped up. And so I like took a lot of pictures. The picture of the thumbnail is like my favorite picture. It was one of the guys that was on the trip. We went onto like the beach together with this thing, and no, I was not dating him or interested in him. I had a boyfriend at this time. But yeah. So, and then everyone was like wondering, how the heck am I gonna fly back with this thing? So I was like talking to the guys, and the guy that was in the picture, I was like, hey, do you have a carry-on? And he's like, no. I'm like, hey, can you take my unicorn as a carry-on? And he's like, yeah, sure. So cool. So my favorite was when our teacher saw it, and she's like, dumb, why? But here's the best part. when we were going home, um, we were running a little late, and our professor still had to return the car. But she wanted to make sure her luggage got on, so she's like, hey, guy who's going to take my unicorn, trade carry-ons with me so I know my luggage will get on. And he's like, alright. So he switched, and she has the unicorn. So we're all sitting in the boarding area, and we just, like, we're all sitting there, and we just see the giant unicorn making its way towards us, and we're like, there's our teacher. And she just comes over to me, she's like, you have no idea how many people were staring at me. Just, like, carrying this thing, putting this thing through the belt. I'm just, like, thinking, I'm surprised it made it. Like, I would think this thing would not fit. But it did. But the best thing was watching her walk down the plane aisles with the unicorn. I took a picture. I don't know if I can find it or not, but it was amazing. Because just watching her walk down the aisle with this thing. So yeah, that's the story of how I won this giant unicorn on my trip to Florida, my class trip to Florida, and the many trials it gave me. The whole everyone. Yeah. I sent a picture to my mom with it, and she's just like, why? Why is it you win something when I'm not there to record you? I'm like, sorry. But yeah, this is Ralph, and he's really big. You need space to live. Just like my giant panda bear. And all the other giant things in my life. Oh, that's what I should have done. No, you're not cooperating. Cooperate! Okay, bye. Go home, you're drunk. So, yeah. There was my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to hear other story times of, like, all kinds of different things, let me know in the comments below. So, yeah. That's it for today's video. Spread love, not hate. Love everyone like your family. And let's do what we can to get rid of some of this hate in this world, because there's way too much of it. Alright, I love you guys. Bye.